I think anytime there's a binary choice or a perceived binary choice between two paths, I think that's not the most healthy in any type of ecosystem, entrepreneurship or otherwise. And so to fully kind of embrace and recognize that that's breaking down, there's a spectrum of bootstrapped and bootstrap plus capital, and then maybe bootstrap would iterate to find product market fit while you're sitting on the cash and slowing your burn. And there's like many pathways to build a healthy company that solves problems for people. So I like that the what the deal box is kind of opening up, widening, and changing while the technology and the people and the tools out there are also changing.
Yeah, I mean, in 2021, I got many calls from founders that were maybe like Series A, B, C, saying, these SoftBank guys are just offering me a ton of money. These Tiger guys, we don't actually need the money. What should I do? And it was really hard to advise them because, I hadn't seen, the other side of how this is going to play out. But I do know that in every single case, I said, you have to think about this carefully. Many of your investors are saying, just take the money and put it in the bank. And that might, have worked out for some. I think some were saying, be careful. This has strings and this could bring you down. So really like talking it out with founders during that time, but I got many, many calls, right? And so, my point is that you don't always need money along the journey. Sometimes your business is going really well. And during those times, there was so much cash that they had to deploy it. So they were just looking for places to deploy. And it wasn't just the two that I mentioned. I mean, when there was, dozens, hundreds of these, kind of growth stage VCs. And then it wasn't even VCs. It was the private equity guys and the hedge fund guys. And like everyone was getting into the
Everywhere.
game, right? But it wasn't necessarily healthy for the entrepreneurs. So I think now, this reset is really entrepreneurs taking back the control and realizing like, there's some stories of how that didn't work out. And so I'm going to be more careful and planful and really think through all these choices as opposed to like, oh, if someone wants to give me $50 million, $100 million, like I'm just going to take it and put it in my war chest and, kind of look at me. There was a little bit of maybe arrogance around that or just, naivete. And I think now there's just more information. And I think people are saying, yeah, if you don't need the money, don't take it. And don't be worried that it won't be there down the road. Because if you're building a real sustainable, quality, impactful business with longevity, cash will always be there.
If you enjoyed that clip, there is much more of that conversation. Make sure to check out the full interview where we get into so much more. And if it was helpful, click the like and subscribe button. If not, no worries. Hopefully, I'll convince you next time. I hope you have a wonderful day and enjoy wherever you are.